All right, it has been a long time since I've been back messing with this car or even been off during the daytime. So getting back on it, got the Motion Raceworks oil filter relocation kit here. And then this is the on-3 hose that is not gonna work. So I'm thinking about right here. I'll take that off and measure it and get the right length hose for the feed line for the turbo. Now I got to figure out how to get the drain line either to the timing cover, like some people are saying, or the drain pan looks a little bit easier. Plus it's a metal pan, so it won't be too bad. Maybe reclock the turbo so this is coming straight down, and have the hose come this way and then go down into the pan over here. It's not the best to have a bend in it because the oil will back up in there and it can cause a smoking issue. So I'm gonna have to look at it. Also, it would save me a ton of time not to have to pull the timing cover. The oil pan would be easier. I could just pull the intake and get the engine hoist put back together and hold the motor up in the air. And I'm hoping not to have to pull the timing cover because I do not see any spot here where I could run that drain line. And you got all this real estate here in the front of the pan. It's just routing the hose to get there where it's a straight shot down so it doesn't back up in the line. Everything's pretty friggin' tight. Anyway, I'm gonna start doing some wrenching and then I'll come back and give you an update on what I actually did here to make this work. Okay, so I loosened up the center section. So now I can spin. Oh, there was, shit. There we go. So that's coming almost straight down now. There it is. So I think I can run a hose this way and go right into the side, just have a bend in it. It'll work. I'm gonna mock something up and we'll try it out. All right, so here's the solution. I got the on-3 parts here. We're not gonna use this. We're gonna get some braided hose. But if you look, this will be pretty much a straight shot into the pan. Sorry, my glove's in the way. But right there with the fitting. So we'll put a number 10 fitting there. And that'll keep it off the belt, keeps it off the exhaust, and we'll keep the turbo happy. So maybe a little bit better shot. I'll put a picture on here of how I'm gonna, or where exactly the fitting is gonna go in the pan. All right, that's where we're gonna put the fitting. And I do believe it's a 10 AN. I don't know if an 8 would be enough because it is a -4. Also, the feed line for this exact setup here needs to be about 24 inches in length with a 90 on this end here. And then it'll come up, run up this way and plug into the turbo. The length changed from when I reclocked the housing for the turbo drain to move it closer. I don't know if you can see it up there or not, but it moved it closer. That way I could subtract a little bit of length out of it. All right, just to show you that it's never as easy as you think it's gonna be, I'm gonna try to pull the oil pan without dropping the K-member. Although I do have cherry picker set up with a lift plate, I don't think it's gonna work. I think at least I'll have to possibly pull like the motor mounts or drop the K-member down like an inch or so. we'll see here. Or, nope. So here's my epic fail moment. The K-member has to come down. It's hitting the back of the oil pan just barely. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but it is real. So I got the motor to come up about an inch, and guess what? The oil pan dropped. Didn't have to do anything to it, so that was the whole problem. Anyway, I'm gonna get it pulled out and drill a hole. That way we can get a bung welded in the side of it. All right, there it is, oil pan's out. So you do have to snake it around this header here to get the K-member there. There's the K-member. So I'm gonna leave it up to Anthony to get a number 10 steel bung welded on here, and I'll come back and start putting it back together again. Hopefully this time it's the last time the motor, the K-member, or anything has to come back out of the car.